comes to thinking negative images about yourself and others, you don't question what you're thinking about. Not understanding that which you do not question, that you do not doubt, that you do not say, well, maybe, or whatever doubt insinuates, the genie within you automatically grinds it out as your reality. It's automatic. Period. That's how you create every circumstance in your life. And most people, they just won't accept the fact that they and they alone are fully responsible for what is happening in their life. That they are fully responsible for all of the circumstances that occur in their life. You see, most people, and this is sad, but this is the state of affairs right now. Most people have the tendency to believe they are victims of circumstance. Victims of circumstance. Instead of realizing they are the creators of those circumstances. They will accept being a creator of their good circumstances. Rarely, if ever, will they own up to being creators of all of the negative circumstances that occur in their life. But I'm telling you, the genie within you creates both for you through and by the mental states that you conjure up in that most powerful imagination of yours, which of course your subconscious mind is part of. My question to you is, do you want to change? Do you really want to change? And if so, are you willing to do whatever necessary to bring about that change, no matter how long it takes? Everybody wants change in their lives, and everybody is going to change. The question is, how are they going to change? That's always the underlying question. How are you going to change? Are you going to change in the positive direction and enjoy all of the good and uplifting and noble things in life? Or are you going to change and go in the opposite direction? Because there's only two directions you can either go, up or down, positive and negative. There ain't no other direction for you to go in. How willing are you to change? What are you willing to do to bring that change about? As the thought guru, I'm telling you right now, you can think about change as much as you want. You can imagine yourself being whatever you want. But I can assure you that as long as you imagine it and take no concrete steps to bring it about, in those ways will you remain. There's a statement, whether it's in the Bible or not, I do not know. It says, God helps those who help themselves. And I take that to mean the genie in you cannot make you get up off your rusty dusty and do anything. It can give you an idea that can take you out of whatever rut that you're in. But it cannot, it is impossible for it to force you to do anything. Why? Because you have free will relative to it. You are not a mindless robot, although sometimes I really question that about some of the things that people do that's detrimental to themselves and others. However, you have free will. You have free will to think whatever you want to think, whenever you want to think it, wherever you want to think it, and you have free will not to act. You can sit in your chair and when you can literally decide not to do anything, and your subconscious mind, which contains the genie within you, can do absolutely nothing about it. See, the genie within you, this is its only premise. It literally says, imagination begets the event. It says you imagine it. You pump enough emotion into it. But it is you who will take the steps to cause that event to materialize. You and you alone have the power to get up and, let's say, walk to the market. You see an idea in your imagination of a certain foodstuff. Long as you hold to that imagination, to that mental state, because everything you imagine is a state of a possible reality for you. You are imagining a possible state of becoming, of being. And since you are human, you are imagining a state that as a human you can become. So that mental image in your mind of a certain whatever that you want to purchase at the store, it is a reality within you, but it is not a reality in the external world yet. It's not in your refrigerator. So what do? You get up, you have the mental image, you pump it with feeling. That mental image is a state of being. You walk to the market or you drive to the market, you go into the market, and as long as you hold that state, that potential state of being in your imagination, you will purchase whatever product. So the purchasing of the product is the end event of what you first begot within your imagination. And that's how everything that has occurred in your life, the good and the not so good, have occurred. Your imagination begot the circumstance. And sadly, you have completely forgotten. You don't even remember the thoughts that you thought about yourself or whoever yesterday, last week, last month, last year, years ago, decades ago. But I can assure you, my friend, though you forgot that more than 7 billion thoughts that you've had in a year's time, I can assure you, they have not forgotten about you, their Creator.